Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the No Mods Podcast. I'm your host, Jorge Flores. You can reach out to the podcast on Twitter at no_mods009, or you can reach out to me on Instagram at adept_apron. And long time no see. I think the last time I made an episode was before I went on vacation, and since then, I think I've been mentally on vacation, so I haven't been um how do I say? I haven't really been coming up with topics for the podcast. Um, but I mean, we can talk about that a little bit. But I miss you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed your summer. And now thinking about the date that it is that this will come out, because I'm recording this kind of early just so I have time to keep on recording, which makes no sense, right? Um, uh, but furthermore, it's already September, practically the end of summer. So I hope you guys had a good summer. And I think I just went a full loop on accident. Um, Other details? I think when we left off, I was having a few technical difficulties, and it kept getting worse as of what I used to record. Because I was using an old iPhone, because it had a pretty good camera, right? Like, quality I think is pretty good. So, I don't know. It kind of just died, literally. Like, I can't even turn I have it plugged in right now. I don't even think. Oh, man. We'll see. Hopefully, it comes back to life. Just like this podcast. I'm bringing it back to life this episode. Let's go ahead and call this season two. Season two, episode one, because I think we left off at 30ish. So, and in case you guys haven't been yada yada yada, if this is your first time listening to the podcast, um, I originally started this podcast back in during the COVID time, and the whole mentality was to make 100 episodes and slowly upgrade and build up this and that, pick and choose, have some fun, invest some time into it. So, and instead, what I've been doing mostly is investing time on myself. Not, well, I guess it's mental, right? Started going to the gym pretty hard, and then new job kind of kicked my ass, or at least mentally, because it's so slow sometimes. But we're not gonna into that. We're just, I'm letting out some steam, you know. First day back, let's get some positive impressions going. And on that note, a little protein shake. And well, speaking of that, right? Like during my hiatus, I I started scheming a little bit with a coworker because I know he goes to the gym, and we had a brilliant idea of trying to make a business where you kind of or like a food truck where you can kind of like attack people once they come out of the gym, but with healthy foods. And I say attack like very aggressively, but I'm saying like I like using the word attack because usually when you come out of the gym, you're like you're coming out like a zombie because you're sore or tired or gassed out or you're hungry. And if you're hungry, and then we posted up right there with healthy meals or snack. Oh, excuse me, healthy meals or snacks. Then I mean, it's a win-win situation for everybody around. But I'm slowly coming up with a menu. I think I'll keep you guys posted because I don't want to speak too much because I do have the habit of talking big, not delivering. Like when I said I would do the stream, and I'm still working on it. I'm waiting till Black Friday to buy a laptop, and I'll probably get a new camera just dedicated for it because I'm very paranoid that I'll get a call right now and the video recording will end. So there's that. Oh my god, dude. I feel like I've been talking for a while. I guess I'm out of practice. Dang. But like, how do I feel in the time? How have you guys been? Hmm? You guys do anything? Any traveling? No. Okay. I mean, oh, and okay. So it's because I realized that if you're in the states, currently there's been I don't know what you want like a barrage of hurricanes. So traveling is very hectic, and I apologize if your travels got canceled due to the fact that there's freak weather. So, because on that note, the vacation I went to was in the Philippines, and I got very paranoid because I started hearing tropical storm this, tropical storm that, and the clouds looked nice and fluffy. But then I realized like, oh, those clouds aren't here to play. They're here to bring the thunder, the thunder down under. Wait, even though it's not, you get it. Joke to myself. All right, let's relax. I hope you remember what this podcast is about. So, I mean, yeah, I've kind of been doing this a little few personal adventures. I'm gonna try to step foot into or getting to know the landscape for catering. I do think it's a good opportunity, especially around here. I've heard a lot of fun stories. I actually bumped into a chef when I was helping her out at work, and she does her own private catering. And it, from what I see on Instagram, I think she's got a few, or she has her own like. I think she has venues at her own house or like property, and yeah, my bad. It's because I thought I heard footsteps. The property. Oh yeah, and then but all her food looks really good. If you want to reach out to her, I've had my phone. I can look it up, but unfortunately, I have it tied down recording this. So I'm trying to think. No, I know. I can swipe over and look it up real quick, or just ask that lady in the ball. And I'm not saying your name because I don't want her to react to you nor to me. Or your lady in the ball. It starts with the letter A, ends with an A, has Lex in the middle. Mm-hmm. That lady. Um. Oh my God. Pero ¿qué te iba a decir? What is her name? It's like Wild Taste Eateries. Located in. She does most of her events over in towards San Jose, Palo Alto, all the nice places, right? I mean, so. But what? Oh, then the other prospect that I've found is my friend has slowly been getting himself into catering, like coincidentally, which every time he talks to me, he trips me out. How he just kind of like, I don't think he rolled into it. I think he kind of like volunteered, and then he liked them, and they kept taking him, bringing him back, and but they do barbecue, and that sounds a lot of fun. So if they want to add me to their team, I'd love that. I mean, I thought. I mean, as much as I would want to go back into a full kitchen like at a hotel, I think I need to learn to have some fun with my abilities, right? And I think that's kind of that's an aspect of why I created this podcast in order to bring up the fun times that I've had or fun ideas that I've had. So, and I forgot the first note that I made to myself when we started talking about it. Starting this episode. Oh my God, dude, I'm all over the place. Hold on. But I miss you guys. It's been a while. So let's take a quick sip. And to repeat myself, it's a peanut butter coffee protein shake. But I added the coffee myself, so gotta stay in theme of having a cup of coffee when I record this, because I mean, no, I was just up late. That's why I feel very gassed out, and I find it very funny to be recording this way. But man, I wish I had more stories to tell you guys. I mean, I do. I'm just blanking out because it's early. Pero qué les iba a decir? My vacation, right? Philippines. I was with very lovely people. I enjoyed their company very much. And I miss you guys. I wish I was back over there having delicious chicken inasal. So, and I'm hoping I'm remembering that because I'm pretty sure it's the grilled chicken. That's fucking amazing. And then you put the chicken oil on the rice and then a little bit of vinegar. And man, now I'm craving some chicken inasal. I don't even know where to find that around here. that's what tripped me out, right? Like, I guess I'll dip my toe into that just because I'm reminiscing, right? The rice, fucking immaculate. Seeing melon in soup, a bit of a trip, but very, very, very good. Cause I asked them that, um, and just so you know, the name of my company is Janela and her wonderful family. Y a ver cómo nos va si nos casamos o no, pero que ella decida. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh, cause I asked about the melon and they're like, oh yeah, you can substitute it. I forgot what name they used, but then I said like, oh no, I asked. The melon reminded me of a vegetable called chayote, and they're like, oh, we have that here too with the same name. I'm like, what? That's wild. And in case you don't know what chayote is, um, I guess it's a starchy vegetable. I'm not too sure how to explain it to you because it's not a potato and it's not a water chestnut, and it's very tart. So you would have to try it. And if you do see it, it's gonna look very menacing because it has a lot of spikes on it. But trust me, once you cook, I think the most applicable way to eat it is literally in stews, where it absorbs all the delicious flavor from it, like all the fun and all the little grease from the meat, depending what you're making, this and that, you know. But I can't think of any other applications you can use chayote. I wonder, you know what? Let's write that one down. Ideas. My God. And if there's a lot of shaking, my bad. I guess I'm getting too strong for myself, which I doubt it. Yeah. But man, oh, then my favorite one was a denugu one, which I'm trying to remember which one that. Oh, I do know what it is. I'm just acting silly. That's the blood dish, I think, with like a bunch of offal, and you put that on rice. It reminded me a lot of birria, but I guess it was kind of like, or from my perspective, it was like a mash of like the flavor profile of birria, and if you got menudo, you combined it, and that would make denugu one. And then I'm trying to remember hold on, was it was Hansi Gansi, the bone marrow soup. That one was off the. Yeah. God damn. God damn. And then to make it even more interesting, as much as I miss him, she keeps sending me gifts, as you could see. Well, I don't even know where the camera is anymore. Ta-da! And I leave them on top of the TV, which, funny enough, I don't really watch enough TV, so I at least got a little platform for them to play on. Um, and yeah, man, I guess this is more of like a end of the summer video, right? I came back from vacation, starting season 2 of the No Mods podcast, with hopefully more upgrades once I buy some stuff at Black Friday. So, man, I really wish I had this more planned out rather than just jumping on it. But like, so another thing that kept it, I think, just to get a little touch a little on the mental side, right? I think I was struggling to come back as well because it's not that this is scary, but like it is a challenge. And I think, how do I say it? Because I've also been reading, and I caught up with the manga Hajime no Ippo, which is a boxing one, and it's starting to touch on that fact that like the main character already grew up, and he decided to retire from his profession, but he's still involved, but he's hesitating to return, even though everybody's asking him like, dude, there's nothing wrong with you. You need to come back. And I'm not saying like I'm rising up to that challenge, right? Like I think it's two different things. But the concept of like stopping, I guess, that habit or like the instinct, I think it hurts us. I think that hurts us more, and then you develop like a fear when you try to get the instinct back, right? And like there's a lot of hesitation involved, and I think I did have a bit of a hesitation when I wanted to record again, but I'm not blaming it on my time over there and the wonderful company, right? Um, I think it was just me. Like I think uh, I've been told I do gas myself out a lot, but I do like the challenge of trying to like see how far I can go. Um, and I appreciate you guys that do listen to this podcast. You guys make every minute worth it, even though I'm kind of struggling to cover the rest of the podcast right now. And I hope to deliver really, really soon. But I'm making steps. I actually forgot the. I still have that donation jar going, so I'll bring that out, and I'll try not to swear, but I'll probably donate it coming November around Thanksgiving. I'll bring the jar out soon. I just don't want you to see the mess in my closet for me to pull it out. and but yeah, and I appreciate you guys listening to another episode. We're nowhere near the end, but I'm just reflecting a little bit and enjoying the memories, right? Like, and speaking of memories, last night I went out with some old coworkers, and I literally just made a group chat and said I miss you guys, and then they're like, oh, we should do something. It's like I'm free Wednesday, and everybody's like, yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go, and it was a great time. So, man, but then that, and then while I was, this is how bad I think, right? Like, obviously, I'm already there. I'm drawing this out so it makes sense in my head. I'm already there, and I'm thinking within the realm, right? But then I usually get like a small like air bubble, I guess, or like a random thing will like get into my thought, and I'll start making another realm outside of the realm of the other people that I haven't seen in the longest time. Like, there's a few people where I'm like, fuck, dude, I wish I could have invited them if only they didn't work. Or because I also understand a lot of us are still like working pretty hard. Like a lot of my friends do go to sleep early, so there's also that. Um, but yeah, hopefully I get to meet up with them soon. I'll try to do like a little food adventure and post it on Instagram. Um, well, which is another thing I guess I should start talking about and writing notes for myself was because I also find it fucking weird. Where's my wallet? I don't know if you can see that, but I just put one on the table. Okay. Oh, well, I did say I would upgrade the jar, right? So we'll start with that. Mm, upgrade. Up. GRD. Donation jar. Oh, but, because if you, it's slowly starting to come back to me, even though I'm groggy. I, because, so, going back, I did say I would try to do some more interactions with you guys. Um, Twitter's too weird for me to use, and there's a lot of stuff going on. But the thing about Twitter is that the people, from what I've seen and the scope of it, is that a lot of people use it for business and it's strictly business, and that's the only reason I have it open. And I understand that Twitter's now X or whatever's going on with that. I don't understand it, but um, I need to figure out how to use it. Um, but that being said, I'll probably post a little more fun stuff on Instagram. So just stay tuned. Um, well, I guess would it just be easier to make an Instagram for the podcast? I guess so, huh? But then, is it the same difference? I'll put a poll up. No. Pero no mames. Oy, güey. Oh. Oh. Oh, this is slowly turning into like ASMR, I guess. Where's my energy? Let's go. Vámonos. Arriba. Uh, 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 uh. Yeah. As you can tell, I'm kind of like mentally gassed out. Oh, back to the interactions, right? I'm curious to see what you guys. Or I need to come up with plans for you guys. Let's brainstorm some activities right there, right? Like, cause I did like the little segment I was doing before the end of the show where I would suggest you to make something. Um, but I need to figure out how to make you guys do it. No, I'm kidding. Do it. I almost cursed right now. I caught myself. I felt I felt the word charging up. And let me take a quick sip. Ay, güey. By the way, milk in your protein shake. All right, tastes way better. Um, the only no. Just do milk. Just do milk. If you're worried about it's too fatty, then get the fat free. Better. It tastes better than water. Um, but yeah, I got kind of heated for no reason. um, hmm. Oh, you know what? I should just start giving you guys recipes. Duh. Duh. Okay. Right? Oh man, does that mean I have to write it down? You know what? No. Well, yeah. You know what? Oh, whoops. And in case you don't have a little notepad, you start getting a little recipe notebook. And as beat up as it looks, because it's always in my back pocket, and I have it ready when I cook. Um, but let's see. Let's come up with some ideas real quick, right? Okay. Okay. Let's see. What's something new that I haven't touched? Because I found it funny about boiling rice, but I was kind of serious about like boiling rice. Oh, how about funny enough? What do you guys want to? You guys want to make boiled eggs or omelets? Because I, ever since I came back, I've been a huge fan of boiled eggs. Just because you can mash them with your noodles or like rice, like for breakfast. Oh man, and then look a little tocino. Well, I'm a fucking pickle this, pickle that. Is that too complicated for you guys? No. Plus, I don't even know where you're gonna find green melon or like a green papaya. Mm. Oh man, that sounds so good right now. All right, I wish you guys were listening to what's going on inside my head because I have very conflicting. Right now I'm struggling. The conflict is that I know I can make it, but how do I get you guys to make it? And sourcing the ingredients is something I consider. Um, but I guess we can just do two. Like one's a task, another one's like let's see how hard you want to go or like what difficulty you want to get. So the difficult one is like a green papaya and green mango slaw. Um, papaya and mango slaw. And obviously, besides the green papaya and the mango slaw, oh my god, I was gonna show you guys a list, but then I realized my handwriting looked like poo. I was gonna say the S word, but I'm not. Um, pero qué iba a poner? What you would need is like about a teaspoon of fish sauce. You can make it spicy if you want. I'll leave that to your discretion. But we'll just do very simple. And then so tablespoon of soy sauce. I'm winging this really hard. This is off the top of my head. Um, but because I'm making the recipe inside my head according to my flavor profile. But you guys can go off what you guys know or what you prefer. Because fish sauce and soy sauce are both very spicy, but depending on the soy sauce you use will determine how salty it is, right? Like if you want like a nuttier one, then you can get a tamari, or because if you use a kikoman, it's very tart and like dry and briny. But if you were to go with like a different brand, like I've been really into the what's it called, the Silver Swan or something like that. I've noticed that one's kind of like a sweet profile to it. And then if you have if it's available for you, I would actually go with the Aloha shoyu or soy sauce, just because that one's very like nutty, more like macadamia nut like. Best way to explain it. Once you try it, it'll make sense. But going back, uh, I think it'd be like I know there's sugar, but I'm trying to remember. So I'll just do sugar to taste, and then uh, spice. I'll just put spice to taste, and you can pair that. It's literally a slaw, but usually I would eat it with any type of fish or like um what you might call it. You can put it. You can make a spring roll out of it. Actually, not gonna lie. But yeah, but it goes really good with like a grilled fish or like a sautéed fish. Not gonna lie. Um, oh, I hope you guys can even read that. I'll just write it down in the description. Um, because I know you can't read that and I can barely read it. But for those of you at home, because I did put a pickle recipe. Oh, we'll do progression. Okay, so because I did mention the slaw, right? And that's the hard one, and that's assuming you know how to use either a knife or have the tool for it. Um, or if you even know how to like do this, because the the green fruits are very hard and starchy, so it's very dangerous. So make sure you're careful. Um, use whatever tool or knife is more comfortable for you. Um, but let's go with peeling fruit in general, because I think that's a good one. And that's not much of a recipe, but I'll just write down tips for it, right? Like, because there's different ways to go about it. But like, let's say, well, what did I say? Papaya. Mm, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll talk about like peeling melons, right? Um, I typically peel it first. I have seen people that do it at the end, and I have seen people use a peeler, but we'll leave it at that. So we'll just peel the skin, peel the skin of the melon. My English is bad, I know. And I'll leave it up to you on how you want to do that. You can use a peeler or you can use a knife if you feel like braving it. If you do use a knife, make sure you work with flat ends. What that means is, oh man, how to explain it? Oh, so yeah, yeah, yeah. Hold on, I had to like visualize it. So melon's round. It's got two ends. What you want to do is cut not deep, but like about like a pinky's worth. In order to have like a good diameter like flat edge, so you can work off that. So once you have the two flat ends, bottom and top, then you're gonna carve the contour, and you're only gonna cut off the skin. A little bit of meat's okay, but try to like leave it mostly there. And I wish I had something round to explain it with, and I'm not gonna use my ball of socks that I just saw randomly. But like, hopefully it doesn't pop open. But like if this is the melon, you're gonna like, and this is already like flat, right? You're gonna follow the contour with the edge of the knife. You're gonna go, and it's gonna take some trial and error. Um, But it works on green fruit if you're seasoned enough to do it. And seasoned as in like you've cut enough fruit that you know what you're doing. Um, but if it's with green fruit, I would just use a peeler just to be on the safe side, and it might be quicker because some of the green fruits aren't that big. Like the green mango is still gonna be like this small, and the green papayas tend to be like either this size or this size. So it just varies what's around you. Be safe. But going back to it, you're gonna peel the melon, and you're gonna deseed, and you're gonna deseed it either with your hand or with a spoon. If you're using a spoon, try not to scrape too much of the meat. Um, you can be as gentle or rough as you want, but just keep in mind to preserve the shape of the fruit. Okay? Deseed melon, and it would make a lot more sense if I just made a video about it, huh? I guess I should. I guess I'm buying a melon later. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Deseed melon, and I guess I should do more tutorials, huh? We'll keep that in mind. I'll put that in my plans for tasks for us to do together. Tutorials. DC melon. Um, hmm, I really need to write this down. Melon and knife sharpening. All right. As we slow down, I'm enjoying this a little bit more. I think it's because I'm making myself work now. All right, we deseeded the melon. Oh, well, I skipped the part. Okay, peel the skin of the melon, and then you're gonna cut it in half, however you want. And then once you have the two halves, scoop out the seeds, and from there you can just slice it however you want, and slice it. And I guess I should make a video. I need to stop being afraid of not putting my face out there. You know what I'm saying? And on that note, um, I can make this longer, but I don't know why. Hmm. I think it's because I'm trying to brainstorm how I'm gonna approach this. So hopefully I have more good news. Hopefully I get to hear from you guys back. And please don't forget to subscribe, listen to the podcast, the audio version of the podcast on Spotify or Apple Podcast. And if you enjoyed this episode, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And I said that like 3 times already, so make sure you get it right. And I'm your host, Jorge Flores. You can reach out to me on Instagram at adept_apron, or you can reach out to the podcast on Twitter or X or whatever it's called now at no_mods009. Hope to hear from you guys soon. And don't forget, knife safety is very important. And don't forget to sharpen your knives. And I'm glad to be back. And hopefully we'll have a good season 2. And we get to reach 100 episodes this season. And I hope I don't quit. Whoa, that I'm not gonna leave it on that. That sounded really ominous. um, what I meant to say is, I hope I don't stop the instinct to continue to entertain you guys and show you guys some fun kitchen stuff behind the scenes. Take care, you guys.